So me and Perry just saw Interstellar.
It's good. It's good. It was like not perfect, but it was still good.
Why do you think it's perfect?
Why I don't think it was perfect? It just like teased a little too much. It was still like too plot driven, you know. It didn't like it wasn't as emotional as it could have been. Like it was just still like very like this happens and then there's a plot. You know, like it's too many devices used to drive the plot as opposed to like.
Just make you feel like an experience, right?
Experience.
That's why I think. So the problem I have with Christopher Nolan before, which I talked about with a lot of people, but I probably never made a video. Like a lot of people really like Christopher Nolan's movies, but like to me they're like mediocre. Like because I think like Inception, like Dark Knight, they're all very like mechanical. They're very very rigid, very like perfectly done, like executed, technically too perfect. It's like he's like I talked to a friend about this, and he was like, oh, maybe Christopher Nolan is autistic. Maybe he's like one of those like, you know, that's engineering genius that has no emotions.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, like he's more like a scientist.
He's good at evoking emotion, but like he doesn't like give it to you.
Yeah, he doesn't give you. Well, his emotions are very contrived to me. Like even if he tries to have emotional characters, it doesn't feel like authentic. But I feel like all his movies are they're just very tight.
I would agree.
It's like when you watch his movies, you don't get that spiritual experience. It's like he's a scientist instead of like an artist, almost like that. It's almost like, you know, it's almost like I like to compare him to like David Lynch. Like David Lynch's movies are like not they have plots, but like the plots, the stories, and the dialogues aren't the main thing. The main thing is just like the feelings. It's like an atmosphere he created. And then when you watch it, you trip down on some spiritual shit, right? Or like Terrence Malick's Tree of Life. When you watch Tree of Life, there's not much stories in there. Well, it's different preference with different people. For me, personally, I like movies that just sort of like take you into the world, and it could be like illogical, it could be like a dream, and it just like make you like, you know, transcends like our reality. I feel like Christopher Nolan's movies are still in this reality.
Yeah, and a little too grounded.
Too grounded. Too grounded. It feels like. It's like he plans everything out too perfectly. There's no room to breathe.
Like, I feel like he has a lot of really good ideas and he wants to tell to us, but he's still like a little too like he's like babying us almost like
exactly. Even like Inception was a movie about dreams. I feel like it doesn't feel like a dream. It didn't feel like it was like a dream for like interpretation, like room for imagining.
I feel like he thinks like most people are too dumb and they can't understand things, and so he has to like dumb his movies down a little bit.
Or maybe he just didn't have the imaginary capacity. Like he has maybe too much logic. Too much left brain, not even left right brain, not enough room for dreaming. But I feel like this movie is the closest he's gotten to like something that like it could be like what I it could transcend, but it's almost there. It's like at the end, I feel like there's a lot of emotions.
They just kept teasing you, right?
At the end, I feel like my mind almost came at the end, but it still didn't come. Maybe like 2 drops of calm.
Yeah, I was like, it was like an extremely good experience. For me, it's almost like having like the best sex of your life, but like
you didn't come, right? I feel like that's a good analogy. I feel like it too. Yeah, so like this movie is probably the best Christopher Nolan I've ever seen. This is like
it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Like there was some like at the end, this almost transcended to like spiritual experiences. But it's not like Tree of Life where like from beginning to end I was just like, it just feel like you're on fucking like not the drug ecstasy, but just ecstasy itself. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I watch Tree of Life, I feel like euphoria. I feel like you know, I feel touched. I feel like touched. You know, like
okay.
Yeah,
I mean, it touched me when the parts I did watch. It was
and that movie didn't tell you what to think or what to like. You know, this movie kind of tell you what to think too much. Just like they're talking about like evolution, also a lot of theories in there you try to drop in there. It's like the human survival and the survival instincts and like the gravity. There's a lot of like he wants you to take in like theoretically or like with like language and like with like certain formulas. But like Tree of Life, David Lynch's movie is just like, okay, here's an experience. Here's how I dream, and come to my dream world or fuck you. And I kind of like that, you know. But most people probably they want to spoon fed with like So I feel like this movie is like a mainstream mindfuck.
Yeah.
Whereas like David Lynch or like Tree of Life, it's just for like it's more like directors working out their issues in their own head, and then he pulls some people in, but he can't pull everybody in who's not like on the same level.
I think he's just reaching for like majority.
But it's good for majority of people to think about this shit, you know. But it's still that's how I feel. It's like. But it feels like it's a compensation almost. If you want to reach a lot of people, you probably just can't like, you know, you can't sort of like go out with it. You can't be too ambiguous.
Yeah.
So it was good. I liked it.
Yeah, it was still very good.
Yeah.
Still highly recommended.
7.8, I think. Maybe
that's a little low for me. Yeah, I would say a little higher for me.
Maybe 8.0.
Okay.
Right. How about you?
I would say at least 8.5, maybe 9.
Yeah. But I feel like for like normal everyday like moviegoers, this would trip them out. For sure.
Yeah, definitely. It was really, really trippy. Really, really